Imagine a world 9,000 years ago where small villages in what's now Pakistan were quietly setting the stage for something huge. Places like Mergar weren't just dots on a map. They were labs for innovation. Farmers there mastered intercropping, a slick technique where you grow different crops in sync, letting the soil catch its breath to stay rich. Fast forward to 3,300 BCE, and these humble roots sprouted into a civilization sprawling over 1 million square kilometers, bigger than some modern nations. From the deserts of Rajasthan to the grasslands of Pakistan, the Indus people turned every landscape into an asset. Here's the wild part. While we obsess over their famous cities, most folks lived in rural villages trading with urban hubs like Harappa. But what they built next wasn't just big, it was revolutionary. Step into Mohenjo-Daro around 2600 BCE, and you'd think you're in a sci-fi flick. Streets laid out in perfect grids, drains cleaner than some modern cities, and a massive public bath anyone could use, not just the elite. Harappa had warehouses bursting with beads and pottery, while Dolavira rocked a port for overseas trade. These weren't just cities, they were masterpieces of planning. But here's where it gets juicy. A 2023 study by Cameron Petrie suggests no single king was barking orders. Instead, these cities might have been a network of equals, collaborating across hundreds of miles. Yet some scholars argue there had to be a hidden boss overseeing it all. The debate's raging, and it's got historians hooked. One thing's for sure, those cities were built to last, and their secrets are still spilling out. Now picture yourself as an Indus trader in 2500 BCE, loading a ship in Dolavira with lapis lazuli, shell bangles, and terracotta pots. You're not just hitting local markets, your goods are sailing 2,000 miles to Mesopotamia. New digs in 2023 from Oman to Bahrain found Indus pottery and even burial sites that scream Indus vibe. Were these traders just crashing in foreign ports during monsoon season, or did they set up permanent outposts? Online, some fans on X are buzzing with wild ideas. Think ancient astronauts thanks to those eerily precise city grids. Archaeologists aren't buying it, but the real story's wild enough. The Indus was a trade juggernaut, swapping goods and ideas with cultures we're only now piecing together. And that's just the start of their mystery. So who are these masterminds behind the cities and trade? The Indus left no flashy palaces or royal tombs, which has folks like Adam Green saying in 2024, this was a society where everyone got a fair shake. Houses in Harappa were roughly the same size, and burials rarely screamed rich guy. But then you've got Massimo Vidale pointing to those stunning lapis lazuli beads and arguing someone had to be running the show. Were there secret elites pulling strings, or was this a civilization where power was shared? The truth's probably messier, but that messiness is what keeps us digging. These people were sharp, organized, and maybe love keeping us guessing. And their biggest puzzle is still out there, waiting to be cracked. Imagine finding a note from 5,000 years ago, but it's in a code no one can break. That's the Indus script. Hundreds of symbols scratched on seals and tiny inscriptions. A 2024 AI study suggested it might not even be a full writing system, just a proto-script for trade or rituals like a Made in Harappa stamp. But what if it's more? What if it holds stories of their gods, their deals, or even their jokes? Online, fans speculate it could unlock everything from sacred texts to ancient gossip. Until we crack it, the Indus keeps its secrets locked tight, and that mystery's got us all obsessed. But the real bombshell comes when you look at why this civilization faded away. For decades, people thought the Indus got steamrolled by invaders, some epic Aryan invasion saga. But the evidence is shaky. Sure, there's a massacre site at Mohenjo-Daro's gates, but no signs of widespread chaos. Instead, 2022 ice core data points to a drier climate around 2000 BCE, messing with crops. Here's the twist. The Indus didn't just fall apart. Cities like Harappa emptied out slowly, with people shifting to villages that kept thriving. Scholars now say it wasn't a collapse but a transformation, with Indus folks adapting to survive. So why call it a decline? Maybe it's time we rethink their story as one of resilience, not ruin. And that resilience still echoes today. The Indus Valley civilization wasn't a one-hit wonder. Their intercropping tricks are still alive in South Asian farms. Their trade routes set the stage for cultural mashups that shape modern India and Pakistan. And those perfectly planned cities. They scream you don't need a king to build something epic. But the Indus still teases us. Were they truly equal? What's locked in that script? And what about those fringe ex-posts claiming alien architects? New digs in 2025 might flip the script again. The Indus isn't just ancient history, it's a challenge to keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep wondering what we've overlooked.